What's happening, people? Johnny Styles here with the dog, Jimmy Mentis.
Are we live?
Yeah, we're live. We're live.
Yes.
We're live. Of course we're live. And we're high definition here. It's Monday, October 15th, 2018. And I hear, Jimmy, you went on a little shopping spree. What's up with that?
Yeah, I had some retail therapy, man. I actually shopped until I dropped.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Into that sawgrass mills thingy?
Yeah, you've been in there, right?
Crazy.
Have you walked it yet?
Oh, dude, I have gotten lost like 5 times already. It's absolutely. I've never been to a mall this big or so. Like, I see stores that I see again and I see again, and I ask myself, is it possible that you have the same store twice? And it is.
Yeah, you have a bigger store and a smaller store on one side and on the other side. Then you see the kiosks. You see a kiosk on one side. Then you see it in the middle again. Then you see it. I always wanted to put like a BeautyFit kiosk in there. Actually, I looked into it, but they're expensive.
Yeah,
takes 2 years.
There's like a million like perfume little thingies. There's a hype now. Maybe we should talk about it. There's a hype on the getting fit, getting all this wellness, getting health, about all this little kiosk about those little fruit thingies, because they're made with ACAI or acai or whatever. It's still sugar. It's still extremely sugar, but it's a bowl of fruit. So I see all these lines of people like just walking in and just, oh, this is healthy. Mm-hmm. It's fruit. Mm-hmm. It's just agave.
Yeah.
So it just makes you wonder, how the knowledge that people don't know.
It's in one way I understand it because it's fruit, it's natural, right? But on the other end, you don't see a lot of fit people drinking 16, 20, 36 ounces of fruit juice.
Right.
And I think it's education.
Right. I think so too. I think it's one of those things that you don't realize it, but since they tell you it's natural and since they tell you it's good for you, then you are not taking into consideration, the sugars and stuff.
Fruit's good for you. Right. Okay, fruit's good for you. I remember my dad, old school Greek, right? Mm-hmm. Yep. Later in the evening, he would get a bowl of an orange, 2 oranges, an apple, and he would just eat fruit.
Right.
And next thing you know, he's like, I'm gaining all this weight. And then he's give me fruit, give me natural foods, I'll eat it. And then he would be gaining weight. And then once he came to me and he goes, hey, I want to lose some weight. I'm, my belly, this and that. I told him, don't eat fruit. And it's like he saw the devil. Don't eat. He goes, what are you talking about? Don't eat fruit. I said, don't eat fruit and you'll see. Eat it, when specific times, either after a meal or, don't eat a bowl of fruit. Because that was his dinner. He would have a bowl of fruit for dinner. Yeah, because, as you get older, you notice a lot of older senior citizens don't eat a heavy dinner. So he would turn around and have a bowl of fruit. And now he drinks a Beauty Way.
Speaking of Beauty Way, what are those? I saw like, wait, I got the number here because I saw a UPS guy, whatever. There's like 14 pallets in the back. What's up with that? You never told me this. It's Monday. I know Mondays we don't usually, do this type of thing, but it's 14 pallets. What's up with that?
We got the Beauty Way in Cinnabon.
Oh wow!
Yeah. Didn't you see everybody in the back trying to get it?
No.
All our neighbors.
I saw the other people from the other next door trying to sneak in because it's too good. This is a flavor that's too good. And I'll say this: I think Tammy gave me coffee with it and said, "I can't believe this."
Yeah.
How do you come up with this thing?
It's good, and the whole warehouse smells like Cinnabon now.
we're gonna have a lot of cinnamon people coming over.
So if you guys are listening, it's back in stock. I don't know how long it's gonna be in stock, but we got tons of it, and I know you guys will enjoy.
What would you say like is the most favorite flavor that you get here? Top 2.
We have 7 total, but I never have them in stock. I never have them in stock because we make it different. The lemon to me and to our books, our reports, is the best seller. But it took us over 2 years to convince people to drink the lemon. because the safe one was the chocolate, the safe one was the Cinnabon. You know, it was like, you know, it was safe.
Right.
But the lemon, once it came out and people started drinking it, of course I put it on a really crazy ass sale, right?
Right.
Women were buying it, people were buying it, guys were buying it, and that the lemon took off. So I can say lemon is our #1 seller.
Did you ever had lemon whey protein in your day?
No.
What's up with that?
The best protein I had back in my day was the old European called AminoVit.
Right.
It was old, you know, chocolate. That was it.
And I'm sure it didn't taste that wonderful.
But it was a hit or miss for me. For me, it was a hit or miss. Either I was bloated and burping it up,
right,
or I just it's that good. But it was a hit or miss. I wasn't a protein guy. I wasn't a shake guy. I needed food. Solid
real food.
Yeah. Listen, you know, truth be known, you know, all supplements are out there. That's why they're called supplements.
Right.
You know, if you have a steak or chicken or a real meal in front of you, you don't push it aside to drink a shake. You know, and it's crazy me saying that, right?
Right.
But it is. I mean, you rather eat a full meal than have a shake. Now, can we come close to a real meal with a shake? Yeah, absolutely. Can you replace it? Sure, you replace it. If you're on the road, if you're traveling, if you need some extra calories, yes.
Yeah, and speaking of that, I mean, you're always drinking something. What are you drinking nowadays?
This is my this is the Beauty Recover. I'm sore as hell, man. I've been training all weekend, and I got the strawberry grapefruit. By the way, it's on sale.
No, there's always something on sale.
It's on sale, 50% off on BeautyFit.com.
So would you say that this type of Beauty Recover, you know, which is amino acid, would you say it'll help with the muscle soreness?
Yeah, what it does is
because I'm sure people have told you, you know, it's aminos are water. You know, you really don't get that. Just eat red meat. Just eat a real food, and you recover.
No, it's a good question. Beauty Recover has BCAAs in it, has the glutamine, but here's the scientific of the BCAAs. There's 3 branched chain amino acids: leucine, isoleucine, and valine. Those 3 are needed to repair muscle tissue. When those 3 are present, the muscle tissue repairs. Right. So it's got the electrolytes in it. It's not a fancy product. Okay, Beauty Recover is not a fancy product. It's to the point. Okay, and it tastes amazing. I mean, my favorite is the strawberry grapefruit, but that coconut pineapple mojito, everybody's freaking going crazy. That's and then when we launched the Rocket Pop, we launched the Rocket Pop at the Border Clash last year.
Right. Oh, I heard that. Yeah,
it was crazy. So
we're gonna be talking about the Border Clash in a minute.
Yeah, we got some shows.
But yeah, my favorite it's the mojito coconut. I really feel that I'm drinking something else. I really feel that I shouldn't be drinking this all day long, man. I feel that I'm not gonna.
Alex, my brother, when he was here, and then he took off with the Greek. He's just killing with the Greek. When he was working with me, he would actually at one show we had a coconut mojito sample, little tub, you know, with the drinks, and then he had another one on the other side of the table. He had coconut mojito, and he had rum in it.
Oh wow!
And it was for the night show, because we were just, you know, a little partying here, a little partying there at the night show, and everybody was drinking the coconut mojito with the rum. And by 9:30, everybody was buzzed.
That's insane.
Yeah,
that's
good.
That's crazy. So there you go. It's on screen now. Beauty Recover, $24.99,
50% off,
50% on and off, and you know it does work, and it tastes really good. So I know people that don't even work out and take it, just because it's that good. I know people that are taking this to instead of doing Crystal Light or doing any other powder, you know, water for whatever, they're using this on their daily lives.
And yeah, they're drinking it every day. I drink it every day. You see me.
Yeah, of course. You know, you're sore.
I got a shaker on my desk. I got a shaker in here. I got a shaker in the warehouse.
Yeah. So speaking of recovery, what's up with all these athletes posting about getting sick post-show? Have you seen that?
It's not lately, okay? It's not lately. I think it's been since. I want to be polite. Okay. I want to be as polite as possible. Okay. Why do all the athletes that either get sick or well, get sick, you're in the hospital. So it's stupid of me. That end up in the hospital always brag about it.
Brag about being in the hospital?
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, I had a near-death experience after the show. I had kidney failure, or even some of the girls now.
Right, right.
Like, where did you go wrong to end up in the hospital?
That's a very good question.
And why are you so proud of it? Are you a warrior?
To letting people know.
Are you a Are you a warrior for saying, "Hey, I almost died from freaking kidney failure"?
Right.
Or my 8 weeks of dieting. I saw this bikini athlete. She goes, "My 8 weeks of dieting, I was put into this metabolic thing, and I ended up in the hospital the next day, and of dehydration and this and that." My question is, number one, why are you posting it? Why are you so proud? Do you want people to feel sorry for you?
Right.
I get they're sick, but where did you go wrong?
So you're saying they're not giving an explanation for it?
No, I just don't. Why are they so proud? Is it part of? See, maybe I'm not explaining it right. Is it part of that journey? It's like, hey man, I kicked my ass in, and I won, but I didn't win. But I'm a warrior, and I'm fighting this, and I ended up in the hospital, and I'm gonna come back even stronger. Like, does ending up in the hospital make it more valid? Like, is it more credible? Is it? I'm trying to find that word. Like,
make it more legit.
Does it that you gave it all you got?
I don't think it's gave it all you got, but it's weird because now we're talking about like. We're talking about the internet, we're talking about the NPC athletes or the IFBB athletes or any other federation, but some of these people consider themselves like social media influencers. These people, I heard somebody say over the weekend that, back in your day, in the 90s and stuff, you did this because you liked it and you wanted to be the best and yada, yada, yada. Nowadays, it's to look good and to influence people. Now, I think when they go to the hospital and do all these type of things, in their mind, I think they're influencing somebody that, this is as real as it gets. This is somebody can go to the hospital and make it back. And
that you took yourself to that point? To
that point, almost near death, or your coach took you to near death experiences. So it's very, I don't want to say controversial because, you never know what's real or not, unless you really provide some type of proof.
Right.
But there's usually an excuse for it, and there's usually somebody that takes the fall, and there's a million people backing that person off in the hospital or in that situation.
I don't know. Maybe, I might get heat for this, but every time I see someone post after a show, like they're in a hospital or they had a near-death experience or something close to that, what am I going to say?
I'm sorry for you.
Bravo? I don't know.
It's an extreme sport.
I'm a sensitive guy, right? I got a good heart,
right,
okay?
Right.
But I just don't. I don't see it. I don't see it, and I don't know. I don't see it, and I think they should stop. They should stop posting because now it's sending a message out there that to the new people who want to compete or to the newbies who are competing that you got to take yourself to that point or else you haven't achieved anything.
Right.
Okay. I don't like that.
Right. I think. We see all these people posting, and there's people that do good, and they're all positive and stuff. And I think, okay, you can be positive and stuff, but at the same time, listen, you have pain, I have pain. We don't go around there every day telling people, "Oh, our joints hurt, or my shoulder hurts."
Oh, I do. If you go on my IG story, I'm always complaining.
It's part of your stick. No. But we all have our aches and pains, but we don't go out there and just show it off like that. I think you should just do your thing, and if you fall in the hospital and you need a good explanation for it, then whatever, it's up to you.
Are you bragging? That's the thing. Are you bragging you're in the hospital?
I think that's the question we're probably talking here. It's a brag. It's like, oh, I'm here, look at me.
I'm like, I don't know. Can we move on?
In the 90s, what will this happen in the 90s? Like if
I was actually going to bring that up as we're talking. My question is, if us in the 90s, okay?
Yep.
Me, Kenny, Flex, Chris, Kevin, Nassar, everybody, right? If we had the social media back then, would we be as popular?
As you are now?
Are you the 90s are popular now?
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, would we be back then as popular?
Oh my God, it's a hard question because I'm two-sided. One side, I think a lot of bodybuilders back in the day, they were not you, and they were not openly about things. They didn't. Let me just bluntly say it. A lot of bodybuilders were very boring, very, very boring, and I don't know if that would have translated well to the people in the 90s. Body-wise, it's a different story. But I don't think we would have gotten very good bodybuilders if this whole new social media was around in the 90s.
All right, let me go back to what you said, boring. The guys I competed with were freaking fun. They might have been boring because they were always training, traveling, and maybe they didn't have the social media for anybody to see them. Right? But I had a blast backstage with everybody when we were traveling, touring. I mean, look at us now. We still have fun with each other. And if you see us in lobbies at shows, we're still hanging out and having fun.
Right.
Okay. What I don't know is, would me personally, would I be as effective if I had the social media back then?
I think you would have gotten more attention on probably TV or mainstream media, just because of who you were and your looks and stuff. Because you were, what this social media thing does, and I don't know if a lot of bodybuilders are taking advantage of it, is get yourself out there more.
Right.
And back in the day, it was just magazines. And you had a lot of cover magazines.
But there's no magazines now.
But there's no magazines now. Exactly. So now it's up to them to really, brand themselves. But I guess in the 90s, there's still a lot of people that think that a lot of these guys were really boring. Look at Levroni. Levroni just came back, and people are like, oh my God, he can talk. Jay Cutler, one of the greatest of all times. People still think that he was, very boring and he didn't talk and this and that. Now he's out of it and he talks and he has all these things in his mind. It's one of those things that you don't know. Like
you know who brought what social media you know who came out and start talking a lot more because of social media?
In the 90s or now?
Now.
Lee Priest.
Dexter
Jackson.
Right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Dexter wouldn't talk to nobody, okay? Nope. He's fun.
Yep.
But he only talked to certain people and this and that. And all of a sudden, you see him on his IG story.
Oh my God.
You see him on IG. I mean, training and stuff like that. And I'm like, Dex, what's up?
All this time, people thought he was an asshole.
Right.
He didn't talk to anybody. He's quiet. This and that. I did a tour with him, and I got close to him, and I understood his points, and he has a point. But he's one of those people that you never thought.
And he's funny.
It's super funny.
He's funny.
Super funny.
He's funny.
To this day.
He's a great guy to get along with. And now you see him on social media. I tell you, if social media was never around, now they still wouldn't know who Dexter Jackson was.
Absolutely. I think it's one of those things when you see his stories, he's very funny. He talks in this certain way. And even now, like, before, when you had Mitsuru Okari doing videos, it was very boring, very bland. Right. Now you have them talking, and it makes the whole difference in the world.
It's more organic.
Right.
It's more organic. When you see that, everybody doing their own thing, it's more organic. I watch it. I watch everybody. I don't have a lot of time to do a lot of things, but sometimes I just sit back and I just watch.
Oh.
Hey.
Yeah, we have people live.
Can we get him in?
Of course.
Come around here for a second.
I think you gotta go around and go down.
All right.
Here.
Guess who just came in?
Okay. This is the one and only.
This is the Greek.
The real.
What's up, guys? How are you?
The real Greek.
The real Greek.
I gotta put a shameless plug there.
Yep.
Tell him,
So-
Alex, where are you gonna be this weekend? Come on.
Go.
This weekend.
This
Tomorrow
week.
I'm in Plantation at the Heritage Park. On Wednesday I am in Boca. On Friday night I'm in Pampano. Saturday I'm in Plantation, Volunteer Park. And on Sunday I'm in Sunrise for a Fall Fest.
Tell people what you do. Tell people what you do on the microphone there. Tell them what's on the menu.
The menu is everything is authentic.
Okay.
Authentic Greek food. We got gyros, we have souvlaki, baklavas, panakopita, Greek salads, everything.
By the way, do you have anything now?
No.
No.
I only got Greek salads in the truck.
We're gonna starve.
Tammy be happy.
We're gonna starve.
Yeah.
You guys not gonna have no food, but
Yeah, no, I'm posting here. I'm showing the people all the good food
oh really?
you're doing in this. Look at this little thing you did with birds and stuff. What is this?
What birds?
These birds right here.
Oh yeah, that's those are vegetable carvings. That's in my old days.
Yeah, you talk about birds.
Oh my God! It looks like birds.
Those are zucchinis.
Yeah.
Those are yellow squash made into a little
Yep.
swans.
Look at that.
Wow! Can you still do that?
Yeah.
Of course you
Yeah,
can.
he can do everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, that's Alex right there. We,
All right, guys. You have a good one.
we
I got
gotta-
inspection
All right.
outside. So.
Yes, we gotta do
Bye.
some
Bye.
live
Yeah.
stuff from the Greek because the food is great.
You know, he keeps the truck back here.
So I've
You know,
heard,
and I
I've heard.
actually thought he was going to keep it out here. He was going to keep some food in it, but he never. There's never any food in it. Maybe a couple salads, and that's about it.
Yeah. No, it's one of those things that you gotta experience it for yourself.
That was a nice
because-
surprise.
Yeah, of course,
Huh?
of course. We will have people jumping in all over.
Oh, you saw the list I have, right?
the list of Jimmy. Yeah, absolutely.
We got a lot of great guests coming on board.
We're gonna be doing some good stuff here. What else? We had. Yeah.
What do you want to say?
It's fine. Just do whatever.
Okay.
He's talking.
No, since we're talking about that whole the 90s and social media and stuff like that, I want to talk about the last week. I've been really looking into the social media, obviously, even more,
Yep.
because there's some things going on with BeautyFit and LSR and our other brands that I want to step it up a little. Okay, and everybody keeps telling me you should look into hiring influencers.
Right.
Okay, social media influencers, and I'm like, every single marketing agency, every single conversation that I've had in the last 2 weeks, and I asked them the same question, and I'm like, what's an influencer?
That's a good question.
What do you consider an influencer? Okay, because every time they tell me about influencers, it's always with 3 million, 2 million, 500,000 followers and stuff like that, right? And I said, is that what you consider an influencer?
Right. That was my question.
And they're like, well, it's a good start. And I'm like, I agree. I said, I'd rather have a person with 1,000 followers, okay?
Okay.
And every time they talk about something, it's something they believe in, right? To me, those million or 2 million or half a million followers are followers. There's two types of followers. They're there for entertainment purposes, okay? And they're also there, or they're there for education.
Right.
Okay? Now, there's one type of influencer for entertainment or to change someone's life.
Right. We're going to the right path, man.
Okay? Now, if there's a person that I know that they're there to influence someone's life, that's where I think they're doing the right thing. Because influencers nowadays they're all categorized influencers. When someone posts something, okay, and out of 500,000, 200,000 or 250,000 buy, that's an influencer. When someone snaps their fingers and says, hey, I want you to buy this, or I want you to go here, or I don't want you to do this, or I want you to vote. What was her name? The singer?
Who?
The young one, man. I keep forgetting. I don't know them anymore.
I don't know either. I don't know what I'm thinking about. We're here talking about like social media influencers.
Right. She's a singer. She was just won all the awards. It's not Katy Perry. It's somebody else. What's the other one?
You're done talking to somebody that follows this music.
Like those are influencers. When they say, "Hey, I want you to vote this. I want you guys to do this," and everybody goes, everybody runs. That's an influencer. Okay, likes and posting a product. Okay, I get hit every day. Every day I get hit. You know, Mr. Mentis or Jimmy or whatever. Hey, I can post your BeautyFit product for $500. I'm like, no thanks.
Oh my God.
Right? No thanks.
That's crazy.
Because I'll number one, I'm not saying I'm not interested.
Right.
Okay, but I wanted to see what they do. And 2 posts before that, they're posting something else. And they post something else, and they post something else. I actually found out through a girl that was posting, without her knowing, I actually found her agent.
Wow, she has an agent.
Yeah, she has an agent. A lot go through agencies. Okay, agencies actually hire these girls, or guys or influencers to do certain things, right? I actually I was approached by this girl, and then I was approached by the agency that told me that they actually manage this girl that happened to be in that group.
Oh,
okay?
wow.
Okay. I happen to know somebody in that agency. Inside, okay. And I said, hey, let me ask you something. Are all her likes real?
Oh, no way.
And all her followers real?
You went there.
Of course I'm going to go there. And he goes, no, Jimmy, obviously there's some truth to that, but we bump them up.
Yeah.
So what do you believe anymore?
Yeah, I think you gotta. I'll follow a very straight down to the line answer here. Yes, 95% of the people you see online, and you can tell, who's real, who's not real. Real being the key word here, because they buy the followings, they buy this, they buy that, and it's you can find out pretty quick who's in, who's not.
Do you consider yourself an influencer?
I consider myself somewhat of an influencer because I have people, especially in the Latin American community, that follow me, and they understand where I'm coming from, where I've been, and whatever I put out there, they believe it's legit, it's the truth. I don't have nothing to hide, but whatever I do, I know it affects some people, not everybody, but some people. I remember the late Rich Piana. Rich Piana was a guy that was an influencer, and the little time I spent with him, I learned a lot from him. And the number one thing I can say about him, no matter what anybody says or whatever, he was very real. He was very real, and that's what people latched on to realness. He wasn't telling you to buy his product. He was telling you whatever he needed to tell you, whatever he believed in.
Right. Rich also loved controversy.
Absolutely.
He thrived on controversy.
Absolutely. He was very outspoken, very, very outspoken, and I was there when I saw all these lines of people. They didn't want to talk about product; they wanted to talk to him.
It was crazy. I actually had a booth. It was at the Europa Orlando, okay, and about 3 years ago, and it was the year that they said that you couldn't have any music at your booth.
Oh, I remember.
Okay?
Yeah, I remember.
Because all the booths have music, and you couldn't hear anything, right?
Yeah.
So here's the BeautyFit booth. I think we had a 20-foot booth then. And then next to us was Rich's booth. Okay. It was like 40 feet and they already had the aisles already paved out and stuff like that, right? And music's blasting. The expo hasn't even started yet. Wow. So Rich is walking by. I said, hey, Rich. He goes, what's up, man? How are you? He comes over, gives me a hug. And he goes, I said, you're not allowed to have music. He goes, I hope they kick me out. Yeah. He goes, I hope they kick me out. Like he didn't care if he got kicked out. He goes, if they kick me out, everybody's gonna know about it.
Everybody's gonna leave with him.
Everybody's gonna know about it. Like Rich Piana, 5% is gonna be the talk.
Absolutely.
And I'm like, you're freaking genius.
Yeah.
He goes, see, I wouldn't do that. Even though I like to stir shit up once in a while. Yeah. I won't do it.
Right.
So, you know, and I'm like, man, you're amazing.
I've also been in rooms where this big supplement companies tell all these guys, I'll give you $5,000 for a year, for a month, I'm sorry, and I want you to sponsor my product, blah, 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 blah. And I know they don't believe in the product. And I know that no matter how much they're getting paid, they either sell the product forward or they just don't use it. And at least I see the post and I know for a fact this person doesn't use this. So I would rather, just like you, somebody that's probably not lesser known but believes in the product.
Right.
Because when you're talking to them in person, they understand, oh, what does Beauty Recover do? You know, what does Beauty Trim do? Whatever, you know. But that's a word of media influencers and stuff. It's, you know, social media influencers. It's been thrown around very loosely, and I don't think people are understanding what's real. Instead, they're looking at numbers. So that's why, oh, you want to join my company? How many followers you got?
Right. And you know what? Sometimes it works for them. You know, I've seen some companies actually go after the numbers, and it works for them. I just function differently.
Yeah, but I think you function on reality because you're very real.
I like reality. I like my world being real.
Right, but that's what I'm saying.
It's not nice all the time.
It's not nice. That's when you know all these. If a girl comes up to you and shows you their progress rate, you're gonna let her know firsthand, you're ready or you're not.
Oh, yeah, I've had those.
So in that sense, that's I think what we're talking about here. So I don't know what this is gonna go from. You know, I know you can smell bullshit from a mile away. So that's my opinion on that. Other thing we gotta talk about. Everybody wants to know if you had any hurricane problems.
Me? No. But I heard. What was the name again? Hurricane Michael.
Michael.
Wow. I heard they had major damage. I mean, I actually donated some stuff over the weekend for the families up there. Was it Panama? Was it Mexico?
Yep.
Mexico Beach, Panama. I think it was so effective. It was from 7 states, right?
Mexico Beach, yes.
From Florida all the way to Virginia.
Virginia.
I mean, over I think 500,000 were without electricity.
Yeah, I knew people that live in Georgia that felt the power, you know, and it's coming from Puerto Rico, knowing, you know, having been through like 5 hurricanes already. It's like the houses in Puerto Rico, even though we got hit pretty hard last year, they're kind of built for it. You know, we're kind of ready for it, and we kind of know what to expect. Here in the States, I don't think the houses are made for this.
And that hurricane was just happened overnight.
Overnight.
When I heard on the news, I was like, wow, did I miss something on these days?
Yes.
It was just hurricane. It was the category 1, and before you know, it was category 4 going right into the panhandle.
Yeah.
Like, how do you get ready for that?
It's very sad. And we're watching pictures right now from before and after of Mexico Beach, the canal of Mexico Beach, and it's totally, you know, not recognizable at all. And you know, it's sad. It's sad because people don't expect the type of damage and that goes with it. And again, just like you said, this happened literally overnight.
Yeah, it's sad, and our hearts go out to them, and just you're never ready. Let me ask you a question.
Right.
Would you want a hurricane or you want an earthquake?
I saw footage from this earthquake this past week, and I don't know if you saw it from Indonesia. Man, it was really freaky, really freaky.
Would you like to know it's coming, or would you just like to get hit?
No. I think I'm used to knowing a little bit. You know, you're gonna get hit, and then you prepare for it. And you know, we lasted, when I was in Puerto Rico, one of the hurricanes. We lasted, you know, 2, 3, 4 months without, you know, power or water. And I know how it is. I know how people survive on it. But being hit like that on the get-go, an earthquake or something, or a tornado, for God's sakes, I've never experienced that.
I've experienced earthquakes over in Greece.
Oh, really?
As a kid, yeah. We had an apartment on the 5th floor. It was the penthouse, but it was the fifth floor. But that condo building was already on a hill, so it was like you're on the 20th floor, and we were in the middle of the night. You're swinging back and forth, and everybody's just dashing out. It's scary. It's really scary.
I've felt some, I don't want to say earthquake, the little ones, that you feel, and it's scary. You really don't know what to do. You really don't know what to think or anything. So our hearts go to all these people that I know there's one in Indonesia or something that happened, and the roads kind of broke, and it was just terrifying. It was just, I don't know how the people could stay so calm, because you see everything moving and switching and the roads breaking. So
that's crazy.
We gotta stay tuned to all these things happening in the world with all these tsunamis and stuff.
Oh Jesus.
So yeah, this weekend the Flex Lewis Classic was happening in Tennessee. Tennessee, and nobody knew this, but Flex put on a little bit of the LSR color on there and just jumped over for a special guest appearance. We're watching it now. We have it on the Liquid Sunrays Instagram. He's doing some good poses there with Zane Watson, and raise a buff all the way.
I want to do a shout out to my team out in my LSR team out in Tennessee. I mean, we got the best team.
Oh, absolutely!
I mean,
all these guys, amazing color.
But these girls, man, these girls are just like they tan these competitors like pop. I mean, the system is down, and they look so good. And then where were we again? Up in Connecticut, right?
Yes, we were there in New Haven, Connecticut, with the Montanari
and
brothers.
Kareem was up there,
yes,
right?
Kareem was up there with the LSR team. Amazing show they put on, the Montanari brothers up there. One thing we got to mention is it's really cool to see Flex Lewis posted, with this video he posed.
I love it.
One of the competitors had cerebral palsy, and he I guess one of his major dreams was he posed down with Flex, and he did that, and we got that on video. I think David Bay sent me this video, and it's up on the site. It's one of those things, man. No matter what, I saw Flex in Mobile, Alabama in 2009, and he's still the same person I met back in 2009. So it's one of those people that don't change.
No.
This industry can change you, even if you're a Mr. Olympia. It can change you. And we're watching footage right now of him, just getting this kid up on stage.
He's a humble, cool dude. He's got a family now, and it's good to see. It's good to be. I mean, he got a Monster contract now too, right?
Yes, he's with Yamamoto and Monster. Yeah. I hope he doesn't get into the motocross deal.
Listen, it ain't gonna happen.
Next thing you know, he'll be jumping over cars and stuff with the Monster gig. We got the Border Clash coming up. It's the Instagram page is popping. Joe Pishka, we saw him a couple of weeks ago, and I think we're gonna have some cool stuff for this year, huh?
Joe and I are putting some really, really cool stuff together. That's all I can say for now.
I went to my first Clash last year. I saw you there, LSR team and everybody, and I couldn't believe it's like a little expo, and I couldn't believe it's kind of in the middle of nowhere, and it was packed, unbelievably packed. Like, I called some of my friends up, and it's like, listen, when people tell you like bodybuilding is dead or the industry is dead or whatever, I'm here in the middle of almost nowhere, and this is packed to the T.
And when the shows and the promoters tell you that when you go to a show and there's no tickets sold or there's hardly any athletes, to me, that's bull.
Right.
Okay. Aiken, South Carolina. You have to drive over 100 miles from the main highway, country road, to get to Aiken, South Carolina. When we were driving there the first time, I thought we were lost because we drove from down here. We don't take a road trip, right? Mm-hmm. I thought we were lost. And I'm like, I know we took a wrong turn. And then all of a sudden we're in Aiken, South Carolina. We had the auditorium, the college, where I forgot where we were, but it was sold out. Okay. We had over 400 bodies, 43 bikini pros. Now, if I remember correctly, the Olympia had 42.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So,
and these were top of the line bikini.
I mean,
I got them on screen right now. These girls right here.
How do you do that? How do you as we talk?
I'm that good.
Wow.
All these girls that you're watching up, they're Olympia girls.
Yeah.
And they're really good. This is not a show that people went through. Oh my God, it's an easy show. Let me just jump in. All these girls were on shape, and they were all Olympic girls.
These girls flew in. All right, flew in, drove a good 2 hours, 3 hours, okay, to come to Aiken, South Carolina. Like the closest airport was Augusta or there's another one.
There's another.
But anyway,
one.
There's no airport close. So how does a show being so successful, right? And I always say it, Aiken, South Carolina, okay, is so successful there, and in other states is
nah.
nah.
It has to do a lot with the promoting, and it has to do a lot with the vision on how to make these shows successful, how to make these shows entertaining for the people. This show had an expo inside the show.
Yep.
And hey, if men's physique is not your cup of tea, then just go around.
Yep.
Just look around. You stay in the building. You paid your ticket to get in. That's part of the experience. That's part of the experience. And then bikini comes up.
Right.
You want to go see bikini. You have your ticket. You go on there. I think it can only get better. It can only get better. And with the mindset of Joe and mindset of you yourself, I think things can come up and make things better.
Well, we think out of the box, okay? Plus,
you have to.
Plus,
I think
it's October, and we're already promoting it for March.
Yes.
Okay, and we got some really good things coming up, which you don't even know about yet.
Oh, look at that.
But my question is, since you brought it all up, right? A lot of promoters ask me, why don't I sponsor shows? Okay, especially down here in Florida. Now, it would make a lot of sense, since it's in my backyard, right, to sponsor shows here. This past month, right, every weekend, there's a show.
Every weekend.
With a 10-mile radius, basically, 20-mile radius. Okay? These are the same athletes. These are the same sponsors, the same people who are coming to see the show. I don't find it feasible. I don't want to be a part of that. Why doesn't the organization somehow, some way consolidate these shows?
I agree.
Okay,
I agree.
It's sending a wrong message. Promoters are now. This is the way I'm seeing it. I might be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. Okay, which I don't like being wrong, but I hope I'm wrong. I'm starting to feel that these promoters don't care about selling tickets. They put on shows just to get entries. Okay, and you pay to enter. So if someone has 300 entries, right, that's a good amount of money.
Right.
So if they sell 50 tickets, they sell 50 tickets. If they sell 10 booths, they sell 10 booths. They look at the overall number. If this show cost me $5,000 and I'm getting $10,000, I made $5,000. Okay, where is that taking us? Where is that leading us? We're spiraling down to the bottom. And I'm saying us because I'm part of this.
Right.
I'm part of the NPC IFBB Pro League. These are my roots. This is where I started. I was IFBB 1984.
Jesus.
Okay, my first show was an IFBB event. I've never competed under any other federation, any. So I'm including myself, and the reason why obviously we didn't think about bringing this up, but it's going here, is that I feel I'm part of this, and I feel that if I contribute to this, I'll be part of the problem.
Right.
I want to be part of the solution. I'm backing out. I don't want to be spiraling down to the bottom of the barrel with everybody else, because the quality of athletes is deteriorating.
Right.
Okay. Everybody is either a national level show or a pro qualifier. Remember back then, I don't know if you remember, about 6-7 years ago, there were level 1 shows. You got nothing out of it. You competed. If you qualified for level 2, level 3, level 4, or whatever those levels were. Now there isn't those levels anymore. Okay, everything's a pro qualifier. Why? Because it's money. You and I can have a pro qualifier now. It's money. So I think we need to take a step back and look at who's promoting. Why are they promoting? What's their involvement? Okay, is it a business? Sure, it's a business. I have no problems with people making money. Okay, but why are they promoting a show? Just so they can say I own a show? Okay, what's their influence? Here we go again.
Right.
What's their influence in this in this organization? I don't get it.
Highly influential, but I agree. I think shows are getting watered down, and instead of having one amazing show with amazing prizes and amazing this, amazing that, amazing experience, we're getting shows that, you know, if I'm a first time, you know, person that's going to watch these shows, I'm like, I don't want to go to a high school and just see like a regular show. And we're talking Florida. I've seen this happen in New Jersey. In Connecticut. I've seen shows that doesn't feel like an experience. Doesn't feel like a show. It feels more like something. So I think
the shows are taken way too long. I remember when I competed, there wasn't when I was an amateur, there wasn't a super heavyweight, so it was a heavyweight. Okay, it was 198 and a quarter and up. Okay, when the heavyweights came out, there were still people in the crowd.
Wow.
Now the shows are so long that the people in the crowd, when they're either brother or sister or friend or relative is done with the show, they leave.
Yes.
When the division's over, they leave. So by the time, I mean, you can end up at the super heavyweights. Okay, nobody there.
Yep.
So, what are we accomplishing? What are we doing? It's not entertainment anymore. I actually see sometimes that the judging panel, I hear the judging panel, and I like I said, I know I'm going to get heat for this, but I'm going to say it. I hear them say, we're going to go through this real fast. Why? Why are we going to go through prejudging real fast? Isn't being part of this competing the experience? That's the thing. We've lost that experience. You know, we've lost that fun. Why are we competing? Why are people competing now? That's it. You know, whatever happened to the prejudging? You go to the prejudging, then between the prejudging and finals, you get your burgers.
Burger and fry.
You get your burgers, your fries, you relax a little, you go back to your room or whatever you do. Then at nighttime, you come again with your family or your friends. And then at night, you go, now there's none of that. I mean, this weekend I heard there was prejudging and finals all the way through. By 3 o'clock, I'm seeing people posting they won.
Yep, by 3 o'clock.
What the hell's going on?
Yep. I saw that too. I don't know.
Am I rambling?
No. You have to. This is like your Monday rant right here. Because
Jesus.
Listen, if you don't put this out there, you know, somebody's going to hear it. Somebody's going to be like, you know what? He's probably right. Because something has to change. I've been there when I did the contest coverage, from the very first guy to the very last guy. You know, I remember shows that I was there and I was tired of taking clicks, taking pictures, taking videos. Next thing you know, when you look behind you, there's nobody there. And that doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right coming from a sports entertainment world where people don't leave until the very end.
Right.
You know, you got to make it exciting. You got to make it. Then there's ways to do it. There's ways to do it. There's ways to bring certain guest posers, certain surprises.
What happened to the guest posers?
That's a whole other subject.
I don't know. Whatever happened to guest posers? I made a living off guest posing. I mean, in 1996, I turned pro in 95. In 1996, I was on the road 32 weeks out of the 52.
Wow. Jeez.
Guest posing.
You made a living out of it.
I was making a living out of it.
Well, guys are not in shape in their off season anymore, and they don't.
Yeah, that was a pain. That was a pain in the ass for me, man. I kept it.
And they don't put effort into a guest posing anymore. It's just more, you know, you show up and you just.
I don't
pose.
think athletes put any effort into posing. Period.
In the Olympia either.
Yeah, contest.
So you know? it's a lost art. It's a lost art, and I still think that if somebody you know put their effort into it, they could totally make a living. Look at Kai Green.
Right.
Kai Green's still making a living out of guest posing. Why? Because he puts such on a show.
Right.
No matter what anybody says, he goes around the world and people die for him to guest pose. So that's another thing. That's another topic we got to talk to. But
write that down. So
we'll write it down. We'll write it down. All your questions, all your ramblings that we've seen here, we'll make sure to get back to you. This is all the time we have to talk.
No, we're doing a shout out.
Oh, we're
I want to do a shout out.
Okay, so a shout out.
This weekend, another Florida show, but I'm do a shout out. The Iron Temple Gym and House of Pain Clash of Champions with my good friend Tony Torres and the owner of House of Pain, Joe Corbett, down at Miami this weekend. I know some athletes are getting ready. It's a small show, but it's a good show. I think that show has potential because I know where Tony's heart is at. Okay. And I'm gonna go support it.
There you go. I haven't been to the House of Pain gym, so I'll have to go and do some cool videos up there.
By the way, another thing. This Thursday, I will be in St. Louis.
Wow, St. Louis, Missouri.
I will be at the Precision Fitness and Med Spa in St. Louis. It's a grand opening. It's Jamie and Jennifer Spicer. It's their new facility. They just moved into a bigger facility. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful.
Wow, look at
that. So I'm going to be up there Thursday at the grand opening, and then Wednesday I'm going to shoot over to the House of Pain gym and train.
Awesome. All right.
See my buddy Joe as well.
So keep on Jimmy's Instagram and stuff. Cause
IG story. I do a lot of my IG story behind the scenes. I don't know if I'm an influencer, but I.
Oh, you are.
But I know I got some pretty cool followers.
Yeah, exactly. You got cool followers
Yeah,
and a cool group of people that, they're no BS. So that's gonna do it for the dog, Jimmy Mentis. I've been Johnny
Peace.
Styles. I'll see you guys very soon.